Yeah, well, I suppose it depends what your business is. First and foremost, like I suppose just using the example of a tech product, a lot of tech products, have a SaaS element, a subscription as a service element to them, whether they're a platform, that you obviously need to prepare, simple terms and conditions for your SaaS product. So when it comes to commercializing, and actually this can be said for any type of commercial contract, the one which brings the bacon home, the one that brings the money in is actually one of your most fundamental contracts. And I've seen people come to me, ask me for fee proposals, and we've sent them what I think is really reasonable fee proposal, and they've said, "Oh no, that's way too high. Oh, it's just our terms and conditions. Oh, we only need like 2 or 3 pages." And we keep saying, "Do you realize this is your most fundamental contract? It's how you make money." So I think that's really important. Don't really get your commercial, legals correct and accurate. And find good lawyers that, I'm going to charge you an absolute fortune, but know what they're doing and are telling you what they're doing is reasonable. So that's really important, just on the general commercialization piece. So if it's a SaaS product, you've obviously got terms and conditions. I mean, obviously, if I'm trying to think about what I just said, there's really interesting things now in the market, like you have social tokens, for example, where and I won't go into sort of Web3 and DAOs, decentralized autonomous organizations, but you've got these.
But this is super interesting.
Yeah, you've got these. You've got a lot of startups now who want to create some form of social element to what they're doing for their community, for their users. So, part of your commercialization piece might be the creation of social tokens, for example, which accompany, whatever you're doing with them. Whether it's getting, if you think of like an Instagram product, you're getting users on board, and then they get tokens based on their contribution to the platform and helping it grow, for example. So that's quite a big thing we're seeing in the market recently, sort of last 6 months to a year. That's really boomed. And then obviously your traditional sort of sales of goods, but it really depends what you do. But yeah, I think it's really important to speak to lawyers, and don't think of lawyers, I suppose, as just drafting contracts. Actually speak to them earlier. Say, "I got this great idea, thinking of commercializing it. Not really sure how." Actually, lawyers, because they've seen a lot of these types of arrangements and they're seeing new things develop in the market, they can actually be a very good soundboard for ideas on how to commercialize products.